Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Aimless Podcast, episode 192. I'm Taken Master, joined by my fellow co-host this week.
Practical.
I'm Joe.
And Gamer.
Alright, first segment, what's been playing, followed by a middle segment of stuff that's going down lately, and how it all connects. It doesn't make sense right now, but when you listen to it, you'll be like, yeah, Taken, yeah, I feel ya. And then the news. Alright, what you been playing? I'm going last because I'm going to gush about Mass Effect 3 again, so I'm sure people don't want to hear about that for like the next 5 minutes.
Oh, jeez. I'm already over that.
Yeah, because gamers played games that are better, quote unquote.
I know, right?
You know what?
Exactly.
I hope you do, because...
Did you finish Alpha Protocol Tekken? Come on.
Nope. I didn't play that much of it before I stopped.
You really need that, that type of you have to read this book in order to appreciate what makes this better than this game. That type of thing.
Well, I'm sorry, because, now Mass Effect 3 is here, I have, that's my reason to live. Every day I wake up, it's like, Mass Effect 3, yes. Liara. Sorry.
Man, I should start that game. Well, I guess it's been another few weeks. Recent happenings. There was that open beta for Diablo 3. That was really fun. So fun, in fact, that we went out and bought a new computer. Imminent launch of Diablo 3.
Wow.
Yeah, we're crazy. No, I was playing it on my Mac. Or actually, I installed it on my Mac, which is a Mac Mini, the one with the discrete graphics card.
Oh, jeez. Did it work?
Yeah, it was running quite well. Or at least I thought at the time. It's like, oh, it's running quite well. But for the most part, my Mac Mini is really quiet until we started playing Diablo 3. And that day, it's like the fan inside finally spun up for the first time. It's like, oh my gosh, it's really loud. Like, maybe I should put it under my desk, because up until this point, I've always had it on the desk. But anyway, so, I plugged in external speakers, and we were able to drown it out, and it's the game. But, okay, that's cool. But I wasn't the one playing. It was actually my wife. She was playing as a demon hunter. She was playing by herself. In fact, even when I wasn't home, she would be playing by herself.
Oh, jeez.
And I would come back and say, oh, yeah, I was playing with your friends on... Because they had that Real ID thing, so I have some friends from decades ago that I know on Battle.net, and they were playing together.
That's cool.
That's fun.
Yeah. So she just like, oh, it's so fun. And she was thinking, oh, we should get another computer because we want to play together. He's like, can my laptop run it? It's like, no, it's too old. Those computers are too old. Like, okay, we should get a new one. And she's been looking for a while. She was looking at different laptops, and usually she looks at a certain price range. But then she thought, if I just get another laptop like this, it's basically like all the other laptops we have, and that's sort of, it's like redundancies. We just get more and more laptops, and they can't really do different things. They all do the same thing. So she started looking at gaming laptops, and there's Asus has this giant laptop. I forget, it weighs 10 pounds or something, and it has an hour of battery life or something like that. Clearly meant for home use. But no, it's like, that's kind of crazy. And then we saw the Alienware X51.
Oh, man. Is that what you bought?
That is what we bought.
Oh,
it's basically
nice.
the PC, the gaming PC for people who buy consoles. Because everything is built in. It has a i7 second-gen core. I think it's a NVIDIA GT 545 or something, which is it's mid-high range. And then I think ours was a 6 gig of RAM one.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, we just went into the store. I was like, that's cool. was like, oh, but in the past it's always like you pay money, you pay extra for the Alienware branding.
Yeah.
So we were kind of hesitant there, and then after a while, like, well, once you add all the parts together, I mean, some of the parts you can't even get. It's a custom motherboard because of the size and shape of the case, and the case is custom too. So I was like, it's not actually that much more than if we went and bought all the parts separately. And it was like, screw it, we'll just get it. So yes, we have an X51. It is crazy awesome.
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
Have you booted up any of your other PC games that you've been like having trouble playing, like Batman or something?
Basically, what we did. Well, after that, so we bought it on the let's see, the open beta was 3 days. We bought it on the Saturday, and then we had to download Diablo beta, and then Sunday we were able to play it a little bit. And oh my gosh, my Mac was not running it smooth at all compared to this thing. Everything is on high, and it's just buttery smooth. It's like, oh my gosh. I am so sad now. So then,
it was been opened.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's like, oh wow, this is insane. So yeah, that was the last day of the beta. Now we're going through Diablo withdrawal. But,
so let me ask you this: is this thing for your wife or for you?
She's going to be using this one, so I'm going to be using a Mac Mini. Yep. Kind of sad, but it's not that bad. It's just not amazing like this one. But yeah, so now in the interim, waiting until next Tuesday, I've just been trying out every PC game I have. And so I tried, first of all, I tried StarCraft 2, because I couldn't really run that on high setting on my Mac. Yeah, everything runs on high now at 1080p.
That's nice.
And yeah, there's just no frame rate hiccups. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Moved on to The Witcher 2.
Mm-hmm.
Amazingly. I got Rage for free one time, so I started running Rage on here. Like, wow. And this has it's not a solid state drive, it's just a regular hard drive, and yet the texture streaming things that I saw on my computer and some videos I saw online, that doesn't seem to be happening at all. So I rarely see texture pop up at all in Rage, which is crazy. So yeah, all of those running fantastic. Finally got to Skyrim, which I also got.
Oh yeah.
And you know how in the beginning it starts up and it says, "Oh, okay, we're about to automatically detect the best setting."
Yeah.
And it's like, this may take a few minutes.
I know where this is going.
2 seconds later, your system has been set to ultra high.
Ultra high. Yep.
You know, it's like, oh, cool.
Yep.
Started it up. It has like a dragon statue for the loading screen.
Uh-huh.
For some reason, it took around 4 minutes. I was like, huh, that's weird. It's like, well, maybe it's like Uncharted where it loads really long in the beginning and then later it's just all fine. And then it starts up. And if you haven't seen it, it's the game starts with you in a wagon and there's a bunch of other guys. So it's like a moving platform going through these large environments and a bunch of people, animated characters around. And I was getting, it was something like 5 frames a second.
Oh.
And I was like, what? What is going on? So I thought, oh, well, this isn't really a top-of-the-line machine, so I guess I didn't have to run Skyrim on Ultra. So I turned it to low, just to see. Same thing happened. It was around 5 frames per second.
What the hell?
What is happening here? I looked through, because Bethesda. It's like, maybe it's a bug. Went in, looked it up, it's like, huh. The system requirements are way lower than what this computer has. I don't get it. And so after much fiddling, I found out that this one is So the motherboard has an integrated Intel HD chip on it,
Right.
which it's supposed to intelligently switch over to the NVIDIA card, depending on the application. But I guess it's not that smart. So sometimes it uses the wrong one.
Nice.
I was like, oh, that's why. So I had to set up like a profile so that it defaults to the NVIDIA graphics card. And now Ultra works just fine.
Oh,
like,
man. It's weird. It would detect Ultra already, and then it would still default to the internal
yeah, it
card.
was really strange.
That's
Really
weird.
strange.
So
That's
like,
still, man, so cool. At least you know if your video card dies, it's still playable,
yes.
even though 5 frames per second.
It would just be really, really slow. Yeah, so far, really happy with the computer. It's only slightly taller than the PlayStation on its side.
Very nice.
It's about, yeah, it's only a little bit bigger than a console, essentially.
It's crazy. The power requirements for that system is just really low for that type of system too. It's like, wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, how they got the size down, it's kind of like the Xbox, so it has a flat brick power supply external.
Oh, that's how they, okay.
Yeah, so the inside is just the board, a slot disk drive, and then they have like a sort of a, how would you describe it? So like usually your graphics card goes directly into the motherboard. This one has a PCI extension, I guess, and then the graphics card lies parallel with the motherboard. So you can actually upgrade this one at least up to the GTX 560, which would be twice as fast from what I've heard. But we don't need that right now, because right now, man, I wish I had Battlefield 3. I want to see it.
It's fun and frustrating.
So yeah, it's been very exciting. So we're going on a Diablo 3 binge right now. I recently also picked up the Diablo 3 SteelSeries headset, which is a retail cost of $120 headset.
Oh, jeez.
Gamer headset. It lights up and stuff.
He's going down that rabbit hole. It's like, oh man, Diablo 3, get the mouse too.
Yeah,
mouse pad,
I kind of
keyboard.
I don't know if we're gonna get
set,
but I kind of want the mouse. Because it's supposed to be, well, I won't go into it. Marketing spiel. I still sell stuff right now. But yeah, next week I have to buy 2 copies of Diablo 3.
It's okay, Tropical. I bought 3 copies of Mass Effect 3. So.
That might happen to me in Max Payne. But we'll see about that.
Tropical, no.
Yeah, PC version. Yeah.
Yeah, looking at it now, it's like, oh man, you know, PC games sometimes
Through console
really
games.
cheap. Yeah, exactly.
PC games for life.
I basically have, you know, it's basically a console for me because the first few days we actually had it hooked up to our 46-inch. So we were playing giant Diablo 3 in 1080p, and you know, superior frame rate to consoles. Yep. And I was playing with the controller, the Xbox controller, playing Skyrim.
Yep.
So yeah. Huh. Did I describe anything I've been playing recently? Anything I've been playing? I've been playing PC. Well, no, I guess Datura, the strange experimental move game.
Oh man, that's really good. Did you
Yeah,
finish it in one go?
Yep.
Oh man.
I took the developer advice. I did, it's hard. I mean, they've said that it's not really a choice between right and wrong, but it's hard not to describe the game in that way, in which case I did really, really wrong.
No, I mean, it's like, it's cool. It doesn't tell you the choices. It's just
Yeah,
like,
you don't know when to react, really.
yeah. And you're like, when you do something, you're like, oh my god, was that the wrong choice? And you're like, oh, damn. And it's really cool. Like, at the very end, it's like, oh, so this is what this game is supposed to be.
That part was really neat at the end. And I don't think we should say anything.
Yeah.
It's like the shock of it. Yeah, no, the part that they showed already in videos online is, so one of the choices, for example, you have an ice pick and you're on top of a frozen lake, and then you sort of wipe away some of the snow, and you see a trophy.
Yeah.
And then you see like someone under the ice or something. And this is what we were talking about, where it's like you don't really know when to react, because I didn't know when to react, and it just sort of swung me back to the trophy, and that like I didn't get to make the choice because I didn't know that
you
they
get
were
to
asking
move.
me to make a choice.
You get to move between the two.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
and the thing is, I was confused though at the point because like I started like whacking away the ice, right? And all of a sudden, I fell in because I was thinking, what if I was whacking too hard? I couldn't save the person that was in the ice. Like if I made little cracks around and made a circle or something, maybe that would have changed it. I don't know. I haven't gone through it a second time, but I wonder if that could have been a choice as well. Man, because I got when you look at the map, because you have a map that you draw in. It has this weird mechanic where there's a white tree, then you get to rub it, and you get to draw the map, and then like it will show you the choices, like if it's black or white. And I was like, it was black. I was like, oh, okay, that must have been the wrong.
Oh, interesting.
There's even the other choice where it's like, did I do this thing? Was it the wrong thing? Not the wrong thing, but like the dark thing to do. I was kind of confused. But yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
It's it's weird. Did you read any of the reviews?
Yeah, they're kind of don't listen to them.
The review, well, I didn't really read any of them. I just remember.
I heard impressions like, man, that good.
They're really bad, is what I heard.
I think they're reviewing it as a game, though. That's the problem. It's like I would view it as like an interactive art piece.
Yeah, it's not really a game.
Yeah, it's not a game. Free trophies, though. Yeah.
Well, no, we did have to buy them.
Yeah, it's like what? It was $8 for Plus members.
$8 for Plus members. Yeah.
$10 for regular Joes.
Speaking of that, I noticed recently you were lamenting buying games on release day because this month it's been like, what, Shank 2 is free, Trine 2 is free.
Yeah, I got pissed.
Free.
It was funny because like I bought those games with the intention of playing them, and then like I never got around to playing them. So like I just spent money down the drain for those games. I was like, oh, really?
Yeah, I've become really cautious with that. It's like, wow, it seems like they are giving us really good free games now. I was like, I don't know which ones to buy anymore.
See, that's actually why I'm canceling my Plus subscription, is because there's too many games that I have, and I don't have the time to play them, and I'm like, it's just not worth it to have all these games I have. It's like, I never have time to play them. It's like Tomb Raider in the World, some other ones I bought, like Streets of Rage, and like some Simpsons. I was like, oh, free, awesome, but I didn't even like play them. It's just like, yeah, they're just sitting there, so I'm like, whatever. I'm like, I'm not even renewing my Plus when it runs out. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
They're going to be missing out.
Eventually.
Especially like those deals, the day one deals, or the first week deals, is like just too good to pass up.
Awesome. Finally.
For sure.
Yeah. That one is... You have to see it.
Were you grabbing everything, like rubbing against everything? I was.
The statue?
Yeah, that was the first information. I was like, I saw, it's a woman. Let me grab. And I have video to prove it, so I'm like...
Yeah, it was really funny, because that part, just the way that it's presented, and then you just sort of, you're trying to figure out what to do, right?
Yeah, because you look at it, it's like, what am I supposed to do?
It's very, very awkward. It was like a dude standing out in the woods, groping a statue. Yeah. Anyway, finally I got Starhawk today.
Hell yeah.
Have not really tried it yet. So far, though, it feels much more polished than the beta, so that's cool. Meaning that it really was a beta, so that's neat. Oh, I don't think we're even allowed to talk about it after it's over. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Just started. It looks really, really fun. Pistol shooting looks really powerful. And I think that's it. I don't think I've really played that much in the past 2 weeks. The problem.
Except for Tactical, it's good to know. Now you have a nice shiny PC to finish Mass Effect 2 on, and then continue the adventure.
Exactly. Oh, and it has a terabyte drive too, so I can actually have it installed and still have drive space to do other stuff. Excellent.
More space.
That's the way to go.
Yep. Terabyte drive.
You can actually get terabyte drives for your PS3 now. I was about to upgrade, but then I looked at my space and I was like, oh, I got plenty of space, so I'm good.
I'm actually past the 420 gig mark on my, I think it's a 640 gig drive.
Jesus.
So, yeah, I'm almost done again.
Wow.
I don't even know what's on there.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, what's on in mine? I need to go through and delete stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, that is my gaming adventures in gaming.
Tiger Fox Gamer.
Well, been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic. Surprise, surprise.
Oh yeah, I did that too on the new PC.
Yeah.
I saw you one morning.
Yeah, I saw you briefly, and then you went offline when I got back. So I was like, oh, screw him. But been playing as Honey Badger, my bounty hunter. Finally got her up to level 50 yesterday. So very cool. I've got 2 level 50 characters, but I've made a new character to play on the Republic side. His name is War Machine. Very much like the Iron Man, War Machine prototype suit that what's-his-face pilots, not Tony Stark.
Jim Rhodes.
Yeah, Rhodes. And War Machine is actually, one of the features of the new Legacy system is you can unlock other species to play on any character class. And I unlocked the Sith, like the Empire Zabrak. Think Darth Maul, the red-skinned Zabrak with the horns and stuff, and yellow eyes and face tattoos and everything. Yeah, I unlocked that class, and I've made a Republic Trooper. So I've got an evil dude, because I'm making him evil, but he's going to be a Republic Trooper, and he's like level 14 now, I think. So I made him last night, and I'm already level 14. It's pretty bad. I'm still very addicted to this game. Our guild, I bet she gives great helmet. We're still that's a Spaceballs reference, by the way. We're still raiding, doing ops every now and then, and we did one last night, and I finally got another piece of Rakata, which is the top level gear that you can get. And my Jedi is pretty freaking powerful. I unlocked I picked up the lightsaber crystals. I've got it's a special one. It's a black blue, and it's like instead of the white core of the lightsaber, it's black and blue around it. It looks really sweet. And then I also got a black-orange. So I've got a black-orange and a black-blue lightsaber, and they look badass together. But the other really exciting news about the gaming situation is that I finally got Ashley to start. She picked up her own subscription to Star Wars: The Old Republic, and she and I have been playing a little bit here and there. She's been playing on my MacBook Pro.
Sweet.
So it's pretty awesome, actually. So she's got a Jedi Consular that is level 12 or so, and we've been really busy these past few days, but the plan is we're going to start playing together, especially since I got War Machine. I'm going to be playing with her, so that'll be really fun. I'm really looking forward to it, because she spent 2 days in a row playing that game, and I was so excited, because that's the most she's ever gamed before, in like one sitting. So, yeah, pretty awesome. That's pretty much it.
You and your enabler.
Oh, sorry. She is level 14. She just corrected me.
Oh my god,
So-
she's
so
beating me.
Yeah, she's level 14, and that's awesome. You're playing too, gamer?
Yeah.
What
I
server?
still pay the fee, so.
What server are you on?
Khajiit Dragon or something. I don't know.
Oh, you need to switch over to our server, because everybody's coming to it.
Can you do server switches yet?
They're saying in the summer sometime.
Oh, so when it goes to free to play, right?
Yeah, I got. They're saying they've got 1.3 million subscribers right now,
Yeah,
so
went
I
down
don't
bad.
think that it's going to go free to play anytime, immediately soon.
Did when you got the legacy update, did it reset your skills?
Yeah, it did it for everybody.
Oh, okay. So I was worried. Like, oh my god, what the hell happened?
Yeah, all your talent points they reset.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been going really well. I did play a little bit of Skyrim also, but got overwhelmed in the fact that there's just so much to do in that game. Fell asleep playing it a few times and haven't played it since. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, the server that we're on, like everybody on the low population servers are coming over to ours, because it's always been high population, and I think the reason is because it's called Jedi Covenant, and I mean everybody made, of course, Jedi and Sith characters on here, and I mean now we're getting all these other people, so the population's like really, really high, and there aren't queue times really yet, so you need to get in before that starts happening.
So it's basically a manual server. What do you call it?
It's like a
what do you
big.
call What happened in DCUO?
Yeah,
What
instead
happened?
of making mega servers,
Yeah, it actually happened.
everybody's just doing it themselves.
Like, screw it, I'll go ahead of you.
Yeah, so it's really cool. You should jump on, join us. I think we are still recruiting in the guild. It's like a casual guild, but they are pretty serious too. So
can it only be one-sided guild, like Republic or Sith?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking of doing a Sith character.
well, there is a Sith guild that we had, but I left it because it was just a bunch of trolls.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I got sick and tired of their stupidity, and I quit the guild after I hit level 50. And kind of, it was awesome because I did the whole honey badger don't give a shit thing, So it was great. But yeah, Sith are fun. So I'm in a new guild. I think it's called League of Shadows, and that's what some of our Republic Guild tunes are in. Guildmates, they're in that one on the Sith side. So just send Joby1 a tell or something, or send me a message in Skype or Facebook or whatever, and we'll hook you up, man.
Yeah, because I want to try it. A lot of people are saying Imperial Agent is pretty cool.
Agent is cool, but I think that my favorite classes are the definitely the Bounty Hunter and Trooper,
Okay.
because they mirror each other. But Bounty Hunter is ridiculously powerful, especially in PvP.
Oh, I don't play PvP.
And the Trooper is really powerful. That's one thing about this game is like I didn't really like PvP before either, but I tried it a few times in this game, and it's really good, and they're making it even better. So you should try it. I mean, you unlock it when you hit level 10, I think, and you get really good experience, and you can start racking up your Warzone commendations early, so that whenever you do hit level 50, it'll be good, and you'll be able to spend them, better, or you'll have a whole bunch to spend anyway. Because like when I hit level 50 on Honey Badger, I had like 2,000 Warzone commendations already saved up from all the PvPing I did while I was leveling up.
Wow.
And I was able to buy like two pieces of the top end PvP gear already. So it's totally worth it. And there were some people in that Sith guild that I was in, they were leveling up strictly by doing PvP. So that was awesome. And it takes longer, but it's really awesome and really fun. And Tekken, you really should give this game a shot. I'm still saying that. So
it'll happen eventually, just not anytime soon.
That's fine. And I still have yet to play Mass Effect 3.
Yeah. No, I noticed that, yeah.
I haven't touched my PS3 for gaming since whenever the last time I said I touched it for gaming. It's pretty bad, huh?
You just sell the PC version, just get the PC version.
I did.
Problem solved.
No, because all my import data and stuff's on my PS3.
Ah. Damn. Yeah,
but
true.
What was I saying? Oh, I have been playing my PSV a bit. I did buy Uncharted Golden Abyss. I have yet to play it, but I'm really looking forward to it. And I don't know, it's still a lot of fun. Just playing like the MotorStorm RC when I'm doing laundry or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What about you, gamer?
I bought a $500 video card.
Nice.
And like Traptical, I was like testing all of the games I was having trouble with. And everything runs at 60 frames. Pretty good.
Gamer, why did you need to buy a $500 video card?
Because it's new. It's like the 680. It's like, oh my god, this is utterly fantastic. It's like, oh, it runs everything.
Yeah, that's why I laughed when Traptical was saying that about getting a new computer for his wife and he to be playing together. I was like, hey, we kind of did that too, but we already had the computer, so that's good.
Because I did buy a video card like last October, but that was pretty much like a step. What do you call it?
Step up, half step.
Not a step up. What do you call it? Like a something like a
stopgap.
Stopgap, yes.
Yeah.
Stopgap solution, because I knew the new video cards from NVIDIA are coming because ATI just announced theirs last year, towards the end of the year. It's like, oh, they had to have something, and they finally just released it like last month. I was like, oh man, I need to buy this. And it was like really difficult to get it because it's like always sold out in Newegg. So I only had EVGA, their main site, to just buy from. Like, okay. And it was like really difficult to even get them because like you sign up for the notification. So when it's available, it's like, then I get it. I mean, I'm at work. It's like, oh my god, this is not working. So just one day out of the blue, because I timed it. I got these emails like sometimes at 3:30 or sometimes 5:30, 7:30. So it's like, it's always something 30. Like one day, it's like 6:30. It's like, oh, just look up evga.com. Oh my god, it's available. Click, 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 click. I have a $500 card.
Wow.
Click $500 down.
No, I mean, once I sell my old video card, I'll probably get like $150 to $200 for it. So that will lessen the blow a little bit. But yeah, oh my, it just plays everything. Like Crysis 2, everything enabled, like 60 frames, doesn't matter.
Wait, this is that new one that they just released?
No, the new one they just announced the 690, which is the 2
Oh,
GPU version,
okay.
and
Uh-huh.
that's $1,000.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh my god. Because that's practically just the 2 video cards in one card, so
Yeah.
I only needed the one card solution. Plus, I don't think I have even the power supply to even support that. I only have a 750, so.
Mm.
Yeah, but the 680, it's kind of disappointing because I bought this on a whim. Then all of a sudden I hear news that the 670 is even the same performance if you overclock it as a 680, and it's $100 less. I'm like, buyer's remorse is setting in a little bit, but
Yeah.
I don't really mind paying the extra $100.
Wow. I can't wait to get a job again.
It's like, it's weird. The only game that's giving me trouble is Batman Arkham City because it has the worst DX11 coding, like, recent, and it's terrible. It's terrible. Like, it stutters. It's like, tessellation's broken.
Actually, it's funny. I just got the new firmware for my video card, and it was like having the ads while I was installing, and it was like DirectX 11. I was like, I can only run DirectX 10 though, so whatever. I was like, I don't care.
And you want to buy my card?
No.
So DirectX 11. It plays games decently, like 30 frames.
I uploaded a Catwoman video. It looks just fine in 720p. Thanks.
I don't know, 1080. The best, but yeah. Then I've just been playing Datura and Starhawk.
Cool.
How much
I just pretty much just beat a lot of games on PC because like I just noticed I have so many games I haven't beaten on PC, and I have so much installed, and I was just wasting hard drive space. And, like, I bought these, like, because like Steam, you get into that process where it's like, oh, it's $2, I'll buy it. Like it builds up over time.
I never install any of those.
Oh man, I installed everything. I don't know why.
See, I saw you playing Kane and Lynch. I was like, what the F, gamer? That game's a turd. Or at least, well, it's not, but, like, people...
It's still bad. It's still bad, let me say.
I was like, why are you playing that game?
I just played it because, like, I'm trying to finish out all the, like, the games I could beat in less than 10 hours. That's why I've been playing Kane and Lynch 2, Red Faction Armageddon, those type of games. Because they're so easy to beat. Rather than, like, because I tried Skyrim for a while. I was like, this is just too much. I can't play this game. Not yet. So I'm just been beating these, like, less than 10-hour games. Like, and it's been fine so far. Everything runs at 60 frames on PC.
I think I need to do that. I need to have, like, every Tuesday, Tekken will destroy a game that takes...
Yeah, just finish a game, just kill it off your backlog, you know. Because that's what I've been doing with... Well, I've been trying to do with PS3 games, because, like, I've been saying to myself, one game a month, then it's just... it is really difficult, you know.
So that goes.
Like, I have this huge PS3 backlog, and I finished, like, Child of Eden, which is, oh, man... fantastic game if it was $20.
I did
really
get it for $20.
And then I was like thinking, it's like, because I was playing with the Move, and it's so much better with the Move. And then like if I was playing with a controller, I'll be like having such a frustrating time. Like on 360, I'll be like, it's almost unplayable because I can't move as fast as I would with a motion controller or Kinect, whatever. But yeah, Child of Eden is fantastic. And I beat No More Heroes on PS3. That game is weird on PS3. I don't know. It's like once I reach the ending, it just prompts a screen. Do you want to watch the real ending or just the ending? It's like, what? It's like, it never did that on Wii, so that was weird. And, yeah, just been piling those up. Yeah, been pretty fun.
All right. Well, I'll finish off with Mass Effect 3, but besides that, I'd been cranking out on it, and, like, I think I'm over 300 hours now, so it's like, I need to take a break.
Wait, 300 hours total over 9 systems, or
just the 360 version.
Oh my god.
Because see, what happened was, like, okay, basically, this is how many Shepherds I finished with. So, FimShep on PS3 I finished twice, because that was Insanity and normal difficulty. And then Crazy FimShip on 360 the first time through. And then after my fourth playthrough, I was like, I gotta take a break. Because I was like, that was my Tekken Shepherd. Like, yay, I finally got the important playthrough. I was like, okay, I'm taking a break. Because I'd already started my fifth playthrough for the other... Because Crazy FimShip, I did the second playthrough because I wanted to, like, play and like redeem her because she did all that bad stuff. And I was like, no, Vimship. So I'm like basically almost to the over halfway point on the 5th playthrough, but that's basically where I'm at there. And then I had to take a break, and I was like, okay, I'm taking a break from Mass Effect 3 single player. I'll still play multiplayer because I love it, and like I don't want to get like sick of it and like stop playing. That's not gonna happen, but whatever. So
I saw you were playing it on like casual mode or something.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay, yeah, that's sorry. Okay, sorry, getting excited. So that's the other thing that happened with Mass Effect 3. When I imported that Vim chip, that's crazy. I decided to put it on a casual difficulty with the or it was narrative difficulty, which is like below casual, to see like just how hard it is. It's so easy. Like you can stand in front of a turret and it will like unload a full barrage on you, and your shields don't even go down. I was like, wow.
Oh,
that's
really? Wow.
crazy. Because basically, narrative mode is just for people that want to have the story, but not worry about the difficulty of the combat, or like if they can't play shooters and they're like, oh, it's too hard or whatever. It's like easier than easy mode. So yeah, that's for you.
What about how easy is it? Is it to take down enemies? Is it the same, or is it
like
easy?
3-round burst, they fall down. It's a joke.
Serious? Oh shit.
That's the reason I had it on casual, so I could just storm through and okay, let's see. Oh, like every mission is taking like 10 minutes. It's not even funny. Like you just go through the enemies like it's nothing, and it's not even that long. So I was like, oh, this will help speed it up. So that's why I did that. Besides testing it out, it's like been a positive because I can get through it way faster. But while I was taking a break, I finally played the survival mode in Modern Warfare 3, the like horde mode. I played it single player by myself. It's really weird because I hadn't played it. I hadn't touched Modern Warfare 3 in months. The only reason I touched it is because of the Black Ops 2 announcement, and I was like, well, I haven't played it, so I guess I'll try this out. And I was kind of pumped for it before, but I was down on it, and I finally played it, and I was like, wow, it's actually pretty awesome. So I was kind of wanting to punch myself in the face for not having played it. And I got to the part where they send dudes with the C4 strapped to themselves after you. That's pretty cool. But I didn't get to the dogs with the bomb strapped on them, so I was like, ah. Because I only played the first map, and I got to like wave 13, I think, so yeah. After I played that, I also played like 3 matches of like just random mercenary deathmatch, or not mercenary, or the mercenary playlist when it's like team deathmatch, domination, and kill confirmed, but like no parties. Because that's like what I go to when I play multiplayer, just to like see if my skills had diminished. And surprisingly, I was still doing pretty good. So I was like, oh, I guess still Call of Duty, still enjoying it, but just fatigued. So it's like I just like yeah, I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship with that game. It's hard to describe, but yeah. Like it, not in love with it. And then I booted Batman Arkham City on PC to finally finish the PC version, and man, I love that game. Like, I don't think I gave it Game of the Year because I gave it to Tactics Ogre, but that is easily still one of the best games of last year. Like, it's still, like, I play it and I just still get sucked in. The combat is just so good. Like, it's easily one of the best like 3D combat games ever, like, in the existence of gaming. Like, just the whole evade, counter,
strike. It has to be true because all the games have just tried to copy it. The same
pretty
formula,
much.
Yeah.
It is the Modern Warfare of single-player beat-em-up action.
Isn't it like weird? It's like why can't they just like make a? Oh, I can. Like it's kind of like it makes me yearn for a throwback game that has like those mechanics, like a Streets of Rage or a Pit Fighter or a like old school Ninja Turtles game with like, all right, we have this game, but it's basically just a ripoff of Arkham City, but you get to like co-op beat up people with your friends now. So that also has me like totally pumped for the DLC with Robin, though I wish it was Catwoman because.
Is it Robin? I thought it was Harley Quinn.
No. You play as Batman and Robin, but like Harley Quinn's the villain who comes back.
Oh, that's kind of disappointing. I thought you play as Harley Quinn.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's because it's supposed to be more single player content, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing. At least we get to play as Robin. Because he's fun to play in the challenge maps. With that stick, man. Oof.
Yeah, stuff.
So good.
So fun.
Like, so fun. But yeah, like, after not having played it for months, because I hadn't touched it since maybe January, and then I booted it up and played, and I got to the part where you get to play as Catwoman, and I forgot, like, how much different the combat is, like, each character, and I also forgot how hot Catwoman is. I gotta say, again, Catwoman so hot in that game. Just, she has a special place in my heart. She does not dethrone Liara, but she's, like, a very close second. That's all I gotta say. that suit, man. Those moves. But yeah, besides that, Batman's awesome. DJ Hero, there was like a sale on some DLC, so I popped that in and played it for the first time in forever. And like, yeah, one of my controllers is effed because it's like the green button. It's like I'll push it and it'll like f up on the notes, and I'm like, So one of my 360 DJ Hero control turntables is like dead Zors, so booted up or whatever. So that sucks, but at least I have an extra. It's still awesome. It's still fun after not playing for forever. Let's see, what else did I play while I was taking a break? I think that might... Oh, Borderlands. Okay, so basically I wanted to try and finish Borderlands before Borderlands 2 comes out because I haven't played through Claptrap DLC, but I didn't get around to playing it because I was doing other stuff while I was in the disc tray. I didn't actually start the game. I was busy doing something else. I played some Left 4 Dead with bots because I was like, I'm going to play some... I think that's what it was. I wanted to play some co-op stuff to like compare... Since I've been playing so much Mass Effect 3 co-op, to be like... Because like Left 4 Dead to me is like the golden standard, so I was like, I got to see like what they could do better and like compare and contrast. So I did that, and that was fun with the bots. I played it on PC, so yeah. And then I was gonna play Left 4 Dead 2 on 360, but I didn't get around to it. So yeah, I only played the first one with the first set of characters, Lewis and all them, and Zoe. Oh yeah. Trying to think what else. I think that's it besides Mass Effect 3. So yeah, coming back... Oh, handhelds. So yeah, I finished Dragon Quest IV. The final boss in that game was ridiculous, but I finished it, so yay. The ending was kind of but it's like a remake of a like 8-bit game, so it's like can't really ask too much for the end to be awesome. So whatever. And then Dragon Quest V. So Dragon Quest IV, I enjoyed that game. Dragon Quest V. Okay, so basically it plays exactly the same, so it's very grindy and old school, not real time, but turn-based. And it's really cool what they do at the beginning, even though since it's so grind-based, it takes like 3 hours to get from like the first chapter to the next chapter. But you start off as a kid, and like you have your dad with you, which is pretty cool. And like it reminded me of that part in Final Fantasy VII when you're Cloud with Sephiroth and Zack, and you go to Mount Nibelheim, and then like they're just like destroying the enemies, and Cloud's just like dying, and like you're dying in the fights, but like and like they're carrying you through the battles because like you don't do any damage to the enemies, and then like you finally do this like little quest for yourself, and your dad's like, "Oh, good job, Tekken," since I named my character Tekken, and then like it does this cool thing where it like flashes forward in time, so you get older, so like you're more powerful now and stuff, and like your quest is like more. Or your quest has progressed to where you have to like do stuff on your own now because stuff goes down. I don't want to spoil it, but it's pretty cool. I was like, that's pretty awesome. I gotta say I was like trying to I was going through my brain like, have I ever played a game like that where it's like you're a child and then you like grew up a bit and like you're still journeying? I was like, very well played, Dragon Quest V. I must say that was pretty awesome. So I'm enjoying that, but I'm stuck now because I got to this bridge that has like a hole in it that I can't get across. So I'm gonna look up a fact to see if I can get past that real fast. And then lastly, Mass Effect 3. What can I say? So, since I finally got to play through with my imported character from the first 2 games, Conrad Werner, that payoff, so good. Just, I wanted to touch myself. It was so good. It, like, what they do, man, like, it was like, because you go from like having a moment of like horror to like, oh, that was so funny, well played, Power, like, oh, and, like I wanted to like fall out of my chair and then I wanted to like fall out on the floor and laugh because it was so hilarious. I was like, oh, that was so good, just like, yeah, I love Mass Effect 3. And then let's see what else. I don't think there's anything else I haven't talked about that I've already talked about in single player. So like, yeah, it's still awesome. Like, if the haters, if they're like, oh, the ending, whatever, like. I can't wait to see the extended DLC just to like have everybody eat crow. That's like, oh, indoctrination theory. Pfft, please. And then co-op, so it's cool what they did. So basically, instead of the challenges not the challenges, but the operations for like the weekend multiplayer things being every weekend, it's every other weekend. And they also finally included PS3 now, so...
Yeah, thank God, finally.
So Operation Exorcist was the last one. It was kill, I think, 1 million phantoms, which we did. And then the group objective for the victory pack, or whatever, I think it's victory. I don't think that's common. I think commendation is...
Commendation is the one you have to earn.
Okay, so for the commendation one, it was get through gold on any map, which is the same for this weekend, which is kind of disappointing, but whatever. So it's kind of weird because like I joined the game, and then like the 2 games I joined were like the Firebase, the one in Novaria that everybody plays, yeah, that one with like guests. So it was like because like I wanted to play like a straight up like random people in a random game in like a random map and like just surviving with our skill. But then because I had my settings on like unknown enemy, unknown map, gold difficulty, but it threw me into like one of those lobbies. And like it did on both PS3 and 360, so I was like, it's kind of disappointing. So this weekend, if it happens, I'll still do it just to get through it, but I want to like also like play with like a random group on like a random map just to see if I can get it through. Because on PS3 I was doing that, we got to like wave 9, but then we got wiped out, so I was like, we made it so close. And then it's like we talked about that first time we talked about the multiplayer. Is like it is like a time like argument of like, do I want to just play for 15 minutes and like get through on bronze, or like spend 30 minutes and maybe make it through on gold, but like get like 70,000 credits, which is like 3 times more than on bronze. So it's like because like after we failed on gold that match on PS3, but like we got to wave 9 or 10 and like we still got a lot of credits. So I was like, that was a lot of time, but we still got a lot of credits. But I don't know if it's still worth it because we didn't succeed. So yeah.
Well, the point is, you have to like at least survive wave 10, and then you don't have to survive the extraction wave. You'll get full credits.
But yeah, and then like I was playing a random match the other day on 360, and like dude was like, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna turn up the silver because we're playing on bronze." And I was like, I played one match, and the dude's like, "Okay, I'm turning up the silver." So I was gonna leave. I was like, "Okay, I'll give these dudes a chance because I just want to see how good I am." And so like we cleared it, and I was like, okay, it looks like I can finally graduate up to silver and like play, depending on class, because not every class I am good with like that. Because I was playing my engineer, which is like my main class. So I was like, okay, I got this. So I now feel like I am competent and good enough to play on silver with my engineer. Well, I think I'm good enough on gold, but gold is just like it gets ridiculous. Like towards the end, you get overwhelmed. It's just like. Yeah, there are so many extenuating circumstances, like if your team's not working together, or if nobody's coming to revive you, or like, do you have metagel? Do you have ammo? It's like, how many items do you have? There's so much that can go wrong. Like, you can have such a total meltdown in gold that it's like, so it's like, it'll be a while before I'm like ready 100% to go on gold. Silver, I'm totally cool silver now. So yeah. What else? Oh, I also had some more cool stuff with like different dialogue with different characters because I'm playing through Crazy Femship, and since it's default, Rex is dead, so I get it. And Cameron, you said him and Rex have like the same personality, and they don't. So
no, not the same personality. It's like same what's that? Same type of choice they'd make or something. What's that called? They do the same thing.
No, not really.
The dialogue will be different. But they do the same exact action.
Oh, yeah. Like the part on Tuchunga when like he takes out all the Ravagers, but he like says something different, but he does like the same action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's that's there, but at least it's like different stuff. And then so then like since I haven't imported all my Mass Effect 2 characters, I'm like I've like read stuff online, but I have not seen video of it yet, or like visual confirmation on YouTube of like popping up in my video feed of like it being in the game, of like stuff that goes down that like I've like read some stuff, and like I need to like see if this can actually happen. So since I haven't finished Mass Effect 2 with every character, I'm gonna like sabotage some of my shepherds to like see if I do weird stuff, if it actually comes through in 3, because I've read some weird stuff and I'm like, really, did that really happen? So I'll report back after that happens if it is true or not, because stuff I've read some weird stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, dudes. I don't know. So, I'm sorry. Well, I'm not going to sabotage any of my Paragon film ships. That'd be stupid, but Renegades, sorry. I'm going to sabotage your playthroughs, so whatever. But, yeah, Mass Effect 3 still.
Let me ask this question. Do I need to have played the game, like the solo campaign, before I jump into multiplayer?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so I might do that sometime.
Actually, I was talking to Gamer about this. Like, I had this weird thing happen at the end of one of my endings with my PS3 playthrough that I have no idea why. There's weird, what's the word I'm looking for? there's like weird things, or like there's some sort of like variable that goes into like the ending or whatever, and I like got some weird cutscene to play after the ending that I didn't get the first time I threw, and I was like, why did I get that? And I'm guessing it's because my galactic readiness was lower, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm like, whatever, I don't really care. So I'm interested to see if I get the extended cut DLC and it's like completely effed up because my stuff has been going down on PS3 since I've been playing on 360 mainly, but that's about to change because Gamer, I'm coming for you in 7 rating war.
Oh man!
Now,
If you beat me, I'm gonna beat you back.
Oh really?
Yes.
Because game on then.
Are you already beating me already? Fuck.
I am in striking distance. That's all.
Are you serious? Man, I have other games to play, dude.
So unless someone else, unless any of the other students have anything else to ask the teacher about Mass Effect 3, we can move on to the next segment.
Speaking of ratings and competition, dang, Seth must have been saving up his trophy sinks. Because now Plus members can't. It seems to sync every night now. But Seth is not a Plus member, and one day he jumped from level 18, 32% to level 18, 68%, which was way past me in Gamer. And then I just haven't really played anything since we got this computer.
The dude plays the weirdest games.
He plays like everything. He plays like I play, except more.
He plays weird games.
Yep.
Like, what's that Bethesda game, published game?
Hunted?
Hunted. Oh my god. Really? Oh. Bad taste in the mouth.
Yeah, it was crazy. Just one day I was like, holy crap. Well, I'm really behind now. I don't think I've even been at 40%. And I think Dagger Platinum to SSX already.
That's awesome.
Whew.
Man, she is such an elitist, though. It's like, she posted this video of the DLC. Oh, this guy is not that good. Then you watch the video, the guy's doing awesome. Like, what? It's like, oh, man.
I don't know. Compared to her, maybe.
Maybe.
Some of her scores are just like, this is impossible. How did you get down there so fast? Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, essentially, like one of them is you have to get a global events badge, and part of getting that badge is placing in the, I think it's like diamond bracket of a global event 5 times. And I have not yet been able to break into the platinum bracket, which is the one below that. And then, oh my gosh. And then so far, all of my finishes while I was away were always in the gold bracket, so never even won a platinum one. Craziness.
Oh, I guess I had one more thing to add about Mass Effect 3. It's basically Femship. This is like the icing on the cake of like Femship is a better voice actress because I don't know, Mark Mir, it's like, it's good voice acting, but it's just, some of his delivery is just not, he cannot, like, emote
phoning it in, huh?
It's not phoned in, it's just, like, Jennifer Hill is just, like, she can emote, and, like, her, like, levels, like, when she's, like, saying things, like, the empathy, and, like, all that comes through, where it feels like the delivery is just flat with Mark Mir, it's just, like,
what other characters has Mark Mir done?
I do not know.
Because we know Jennifer Hill, she's done a lot of characters. I mean, we know what she sounds like, rather than Mark Mir. It's like you only hear them in this one game. Well, I've heard them in just this one game.
But there's just like so many parts when I'm playing. I'm like, man, this is so much better than like the Femship version because like there's just so much more emotion there, or you can feel it. Because like there's this part on Tuchanka, and like Femship says something pretty. There's like a one-liner she says, and then like Dude Ship says the same thing, but it just doesn't hit that high mark. It's just like, man, Femship, you're so awesome.
Interesting.
But yeah, I guess we're done with what you've been playing, and we'll come back with Tekken's crazy rant or diatribe or whatever. They're taking this crazy
Spiel.
talk about spiel. Thank you, Tiger Fox.
You're welcome.
And stuff.
Repete. Wee, please, we're so good. Ow. All right, we're back. Second segment, taking spiel. So basically, I read this article over on Yahoo Games by this dude named Rich Greenhill. I'm not calling him out or saying this article's terrible or whatever. I'm just saying, it made me think. So,
And his article sucks.
so cheers to you, guy at Yahoo Games. It's titled Alternatives to $60 Games. I'll put a link, whatever. So yeah, basically, I read this. I came home from work one day and I read it and it was a knee-jerk reaction. I was like, what? No, this is all wrong, blah, blah, blah. But then, later on that week, I was, watching all these game documentaries and stuff and looking at some other articles and, connecting the dots. And it was a very existential week at the Taken Abode. But where am I going with this, you say? Well, let me tell you. So basically, dude was all there's alternatives to $60 games and the time of console games is over and blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, he made more points than that. I'm just kind of the chase. But then I was like, well, dude, that may kind of be true, but the end is not nigh, and we got plenty of life left in consoles because we have adaptive stuff and marketplace and all that stuff because okay. So basically, if you look at Angry Birds, and it's 1 billion downloads. It's okay, that's only because there's a lot of people with cell phones, and yeah, it's
free.
That too, depending on if you bought it or got it for free. Because I played it for free on Chrome. I was I don't see what the big deal is. I was whatever. That was my whole Angry Birds experience. Because Tropical took a bullet for us by playing Farmville, and it's oh, I don't have to play it now. So thanks, Tropical.
You're welcome.
And then also in the article, he's comparing games across the spectrum of gaming experiences you can have. And after reading this article, I had the epiphany of we just can't do it anymore. We shouldn't do it, we can't do it, just don't do it. Don't crash the streams. The game experiences you're having on one device does not equate to one that you'll have on other said device and vice versa. If I'm playing Heavy Rain, it's going to be different than Angry Birds or I don't know any other mobile games, so I'm sorry. I'm keep using Angry Birds because I have no other examples because I don't play those games. And then, if I'm playing, let's see, let me think here, or Farmville, or that one game, Dragon Age Legends on Facebook, it's not the same, because, yeah, if I'm paying for a game, it's I expect it to be awesome, so it's clearly, that's another issue of why games on mobile and social devices, kind of ways to go. Not only are they low price, but yeah, that's one reason. Maybe in a future when those devices do catch up with consoles and stuff. I mean, yeah, everybody's all oh, look how awesome the graphics are on these and blah 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 blah. But still a long ways to go. Even if the graphics are there, the form factor and what's that word I'm looking for? I'm sorry. There's a word I'm thinking of, and I didn't get it. Form factor or controls?
Sorry.
Tactile feedback. Thank you. Okay, so
You're welcome.
So it's when you're pushing buttons on a touchscreen, it's not exactly the same as a controller. So it's you can't just compare the two. If I'm playing Street Fighter 4 on the iPod Touch or the iPad or the iPhone or whatever iDevice it is, iOS device. Thank you, Tarfox. It's not going to be the same as if I'm playing at the arcade or on a console with a arcade stick or a D-pad. It's just not the same. I mean, it's the same game, but gameplay is completely different because of the form factor and tactile feedback. So there you already have a disqualification of it's not the same dude, even though it looks the same. So yeah, it looks the same, but doesn't play the same. And then, let's see. I'm trying to think. Next point that I'm moving on to. So basically, E3 is coming around the corner, and we have been talking about stuff, but we'll get to that weeks later. But if you look at Microsoft and like what they've done this console generation, they've basically, it feels like, if you ask, well, to me anyway, I feel like we've been thrown under the bus to get to the casual market because this is just a long, or the one of the last stages in a very long push to get their Trojan horse of a console into the living room. And you know, I didn't want to believe it, but after I went back and watched this documentary on Netflix, you can watch. It's CNBC made it. It's called Game On, and like it basically is like a like you connect the dots, and it's like, man, they totally did just like do that. It's just like they're like what, like okay, so 4 years, which is like 16 quarters of like losing, or 16 annual quarters of what's that word called? Financial data, where they lost money, and it's like, we're not making money, $8 billion down the tubes. But here we are with like Connect, and if you look at the study that just came out about Netflix now, people don't even use their consoles to play games, they just use it to spend free time because they have nothing better to do, I guess, and they don't even play games, which is sad. But you know, here we are, Microsoft is close to having their Trojan horse in the living room and stuff, so yeah, HBO Go, ESPN, and all that stuff. I guess that's just like the next step, since even though, you know, we still get games, I guess that's just not the focus when it is like the main driving force there is to have it be an entertainment center for people, or not people. I'm trying to say a word that's
creatures.
I'm trying to keep it positive and not be like those casual gamers. They just ruin the industry.
Bipedal humanoids.
That works too, Tiger Fox. So yeah, bipedal humanoids who don't play games, but they buy console to do other stuff that's not games on them. You know, I think the other thing is, it's like, it kind of is divisive, because it kind of it's kind of divisive, but it's not divisive, because like we just gotta embrace it and not like make it be a us versus them of those casual gamers are ruining the industry, because you know they're there, they have, you know, they play games as much as we do, and you know, maybe they'll come to be a core gamer eventually down the line after, like, you know what, I like these other gaming experiences that are way better than the Angry Birds and Macaroni and Cheese Netflix games I'm playing on my non-console experience games and stuff. But yeah, there was that, because that's pretty cool. It was like, well, it wasn't pretty cool. It's just like an epiphany I had when I was watching that documentary, and it's like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. But, and like you connect the dots, like all the stuff I just talked about, like the whole Netflix thing and the whole Connect thing. It's like Connect has been their big drive for the last 2 years, and where the game's gone, because they totally cannibalized their first party lineup for like a long time. And that's kind of sad, but whatever. So, But where's the good news in all this tech, and you may say? Well, let me tell you. So, you know, back to Angry Birds and like the 1 billion downloads. So it's like, okay, let's think about this. You have digital games like Angry Birds, which is like, I'm going to download it because I can't buy it from the store. So how would you lowly? Oh, I don't want to say lowly. Sorry, but or how would your how would the outgunned gaming developer on console try to harness the power of their the console that they're on and making games for to be somewhat of a success? Well, if we look at the PSN store experiment going on right now with all those pixel junk games for like really cheap, like $1, $5, it's like, I know I bought some of that stuff. I know about you dudes. Maybe I already bought it before. But it's like, as the price comes down, we're all gonna like buy more of it because it's like, it's cheap. Why not? So yeah, obviously. So it's like we already. So there. Sorry, getting hit myself. Come down, taken. All right. So we got a storefront that's digital that can distribute it to like everybody that's connected to the PSN at any time. So that's like however many millions of people. It's not a billion, but you know we're getting there. Okay, I have a second part to add on to the whole billion thing, but I'm trying not to get sidetracked. Focus taken. So yeah, got the storefront with like millions of people getting games off it and stuff. So, you know, if it was all priced low and like, well, everybody can't win. Somebody's got to lose. So it's not like everybody's gonna sell like millions and millions of copies of the games at a cheap price. And even if they do, it's like, I don't know if it. Well, I'm pretty sure it didn't cost like the amount that you would make or wait a minute. I don't know. I'm pretty sure making the game, you would not make a profit if you just sold it at $1 or $1. So it's like, yeah, we can't just, yeah. So that's also like why it down the road maybe, right now not so much. You maybe like $5, $15 like Journey, you know, that's feasible. You know, we're within striking distance, or we're within close enough to where it's like, you know, we have a somewhat equivalent ecosystem of the iTunes App Store, which is so people like to be like, oh, it's so awesome, blah blah blah, whatever.
It is.
Thank you, Tiger Fox.
You're welcome.
So we got that. We got the whole overreaching digital storefront, cheap price of games. And you know, if you look at this article I've been talking about, the dude's all like, he didn't even bring this up. He's just like, oh, $60 games are dead. But you know, there's games like full Blu-ray games you can get. Like Mass Effect 3 came out day and date. Yeah, it's $50, but it'll go down in price. Just like you can get I think Modern Warfare 2 for like $30 with the Resurgence DLC. So it's like, you know, $30. That's not bad for like a game. That's way more. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to speak too lowly of Angry Birds, but you know, looking at the polish of the quality presented in the product, I'm gonna have to give the nod to Call of Duty, even though I kind of go off on it every now and then. What can I say? But yeah, let's see. So you know, there's slowly but surely, full retail games are creeping down in price over time, and you know, there's a ton of them on the store, just like there are at Xbox Live Arcade, like Games on Demand, a ton of them, like Mass Effect 2, 1, Gears of War, all those other ones, you know, or on there for cheap, you know, slowly coming down, $20, some over 20, some over 10, some over, well, I don't think there's any 10, they're going solo, like, every now and then, whatever. Where am I going with this, you ask? Well, let me continue on where I'm going.
Well, you said I asked, so I had to ask.
Thank you, Tire Fox. So
Well,
yeah. So basically, we got all these gaming experiences that are not equal, which should, like I said at the beginning, should not be compared. And we got them on this whole digital delivery thingy, which is pretty cool because it's like giving us stuff without us having to go out to a store and buy it. And you know, if a disc is like made of plastic, and that's like hurting the environment and stuff. And like Angry Birds digital game, billions and billions copies are sold. And clearly, if you ask any publisher, they're gonna be like, yeah, we'd love to sell billions and billions of games. So this is like, to have this tool we have now with digital distribution is totally helping the what was I saying earlier? Environmental something. I don't remember the words. It was
environmental impact.
Something like that, whatever. So, you know, if there's like a ton of plastic being manufactured somewhere in some factory, I'm sure the environmental cost is like way more than click, type, oh, right, put it on the store, for however much, and then, yeah, there you go. It's way... And then, you know, we still have like wait a minute, is that my last point or my point before that? Okay, not ready to talk about that yet. So basically, there you go. Like $1 billion. Well, okay, not $1 billion, but actually, I think Microsoft talked about this at like one E3. They're like, we want to have 1 billion Xbox Live users or something. And if you think about it, that's a really good idea because it's like if you're at least with Xbox Live, since everybody's charged, therefore it's like that's like what? If you get, okay, not everybody, but like gold subscribers. So okay, I can totally like bring in the whole Call of Duty thing. So basically, if you look at Xbox Live, it's like, I don't know how many millions of people there are on Xbox Live, but it's like they're not all gold. But if they were, they'd all be paying. So it's like, to have an account on the App Store or the Google Play service is like free. So it's like you didn't have to pay. But then Xbox Live, you have silver, gold, and like gold is however, depending on what you're paying, it costs you. So you know,
which is stupid.
Thank you, Tiger Fox. I love your commentary. So yeah, we have two free services that more people use than, or the divide between us and them, us being core gamers, them being non-core gamers. And like it's free, it's more ubiquitous because it's on like every device. Well, not every device, but like I guess just platform or not platforms. I'm sorry, cell phones are just more. Everybody has one, so well, I don't have one, but I don't know. Just I'm trying to think of a word, but it's not coming to me. It's like why people would be like, oh, my mobile device. I'm gonna get something on here to spend my time with when I'm bored because it's so easy and fun. Haha. Sorry, 3DS and Vita, but you're more expensive, so. Or I don't get as much use out of you because I can't text and call my friends and make weird faces at my camera and put it on my Facebook, whatever. So yeah, there's that, and you got Xbox Live over here. It's like silver and gold is like paid. So it's like if you had hypothetically 1 billion people on Xbox Live, and then I'm not gonna say the majority of them. I don't think the majority is gold, but even if you had like a minority of gold users, that's a lot of money. So. Clearly, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo should like rethink their strategies to harness and harness wasn't the word I want to use, but it works. Harness the power of digital distribution and like online services, so they can make more money out of them. Because it's way more easier. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say it's easier, but you know, there's obviously something there that Microsoft has like over the however many years, over 10 years, I'll say, because that's probably been over 10 years. That they've introduced introduced the Xbox brand and like continued to grow it from the who are these new guys? They don't know what they're doing. To basically they've arguably, well, they haven't. Okay, I'm not going to get into the thermonuclear console war. That's some other day. So basically, they've done a good job of like going from last place to wow. This is only the
They're
second
one
year.
of the leaders.
Yes, becoming a leader in the console race and being able to trailblaze a trail for themselves and make stuff. Not make stuff. I'm sorry, I blanked out right there. Make revenue and money from services on their service on their online service and stuff. And then so basically take all that, and then we have like. Okay, this is all good and well, Tekken, but where are you leading us here? And I'll tell you. Okay, so basically, if you have like all these pieces of hardware which are no longer in the future, because right now we still buy games like on discs. So if games run on disc, it's like that's helping the environment. Then clearly that's like one good thing, but there's still the issue of the human cost of technology, and you know those Foxconn workers in China, they aren't working any less harder to like pump out the next PlayStation 4s and Xbox 720s, so how can we somehow be more benevolent people and not have them suffer as much to make our awesome consoles, since they're like... See, when I thought this up, it was like, I was thinking of, okay, we have $1 billion, or 1 billion Angry Birds. I'm sure Activision would love to sell 1 billion Call of Duties, but then I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't think people make discs that come on games. So it's like, that's not a one-to-one comparison, but still, it's like, you know, you still have to like make every console and then like sell it to someone. So it's like, you still have to have like 1 billion consoles out there if you want to be at that level of ubiquitousness, if that's a word, ...
Ubiquity.
Thank you, Tiger Fox. So it's like, okay, so, yeah. I have no idea where I'm going now, but whatever. So...
So you led us all the way down this dark hallway, and it's like...
And now we don't know where we are.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm lost.
Oh, okay, I'm back. Okay, so basically what I'm getting at is like... It would be great if there was some way that whole human cost of technology thing could be like decreased, and like we could make consoles that were... I think that is like the like one roadblock is like you gotta make a console every however many years, 5 or 6, or new console generation. I mean, the Wii U is coming out. It's like there's like how many millions of Wii's? Like almost 100 million, but not 100 million. So it's like we could somehow just be. Oh, maybe that's it. It's like okay, so basically, maybe that's why cell phones and like mobile and social games are like more ubiquitous, is because they're just smaller. But I don't think making the form factor of consoles smaller would... Oh, dudes, I just thought about something. Okay, so basically, we have been like hypothesizing and theorizing, I'm making words up now, about like the whole Steam box thing, and like the Apple box, or the Steam in a box, where it's like Steam comes in the monitor that you buy, and it's already like the GPU, CPU, all that, like all the guts are in the monitor. So it's like you just gotta buy blah, blah, blah. Sorry. That came out wrong. So you just gotta go buy a monitor, and like that's your console. So it's like maybe instead of like having all of this the set-top boxes that we have, like just have all that stuff be built into like a monitor, and then like, you know, there's the Sony box or the Xbox box or Nintendo box, and then like, you know, maybe that could be like the new version of the console wars in the future when like so out there. So it's like you don't have that. You still have like the whole human custom technology, but it's like decreased because it's not really the boxes anymore. It's just like the monitors, and it already looks awesome. So yeah, I'm I'm sorry, I kind of lost it there at the end. But yeah, 1 billion Angry Birds and $1 billion, and yeah. Tyler Fox was right. I should have recorded what I was talking earlier. That was,
Yay!
I'm completely off the rails now.
Other than that, I kind of like the idea of these spiels about the future in the middle of the show. For example, it's weird that gamers are so behind the companies that make games. Yeah, I don't know that other industries can really say that. You know, it feels like developers are on our side, and yet they do all these things that are clearly trying to get our money, and we're just like, take my money! Triple dip on Mass Effect! And such.
Yeah, earlier when I was talking about this, I made a point about I saw The People versus George Lucas, and there's like a whole chapter about the fans versus the creator, and like it is very parallel to the game industry as far as like fans, when a game comes out and they take ownership of it and they're like, oh, this game's so awesome, and then like whenever the developer tweaks it, they're like, oh, you effed up the game, or no, don't do that, or very, very similar to like the whole Mass Effect 3 ending thing. It's like, this is our game, but it's like they didn't make the game, they didn't put any work, like they didn't have any, like they didn't even like breathe on the code that like went into making the game, like like no effort at all, and like the game comes out and they like play and they think, oh, all of a sudden, oh, we have ownership, blah blah blah. But it's not a two-way street, people. It's a one-way street, and you didn't put in on it, you have no say. So STFU, F the haters. Ugh.
F them.
F them, indeed. Blah. Man, I wish I would have got that at the beginning when I was like, oh, I think it was like way better at the beginning than like now when I tried to like have it be more focused. Tiger Fox is right.
That's
when I'm going on these diatribes now, like totally, I'm just gonna like start recording and like get it on audio, and then
yep.
And then you can splice it in later if you have to. Because it works.
So does anybody else have anything to add about 65 games or the fall of the gaming or the fall of console fall of console gaming, or oh, actually there was something about, he said something about Kickstarter in the final paragraph, so I guess I'll address that, because I think Kickstarter is cool. However, eventually there's going to be like a future scandal where either a game is being
there
funded.
it is.
Oh, well, gamer, please say something.
There was a scam. There was a game called The Banner Saga, and it did very well. So this one dude just copied their tiers, and he was just trying to sell it off at his own. And it was like, someone spotted him, was like, oh, you stole this image from this one website, or stole this tiers. And then he got caught. Then he was like, he deleted himself from the Kickstarter. It scored 20.
Dang.
Okay, well, I guess that would be an example of a game that like,
because you don't know who the person, like who's like doing these Kickstarters. You just trying to say on good faith, like, oh, you're gonna create a game, okay?
Well, not necessarily, because like blah, 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 blah.
Look at Republic.
Tim Schafer, like
Tim Schafer, you know, okay, because he's cool. His company's cool. You know, they're gonna do a good job. But then you hear about, Republic, this supposedly AAA iOS game. It's like, I don't know who you are. I mean, you did MGS4 and you did take part in Halo 4 for a while. But it's like, I don't know what kind of quality you can do on iOS except for this game. Your one game that you just started. And he's asking for $500,000? Like, are you kidding? No way. Start small, and then you could work your way up. Then, okay, we'll talk then. But, yeah, it's kind of iffy with some of these things.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, besides the issue of, like, a game even, like, coming out that, like, after the fact that it's been funded, there's also the issue of after the game has been funded and it comes out, if it's terrible, I'm very interested to see when this happens, if people will be like, oh, well, it's not that bad, or they go to defend it since they helped fund it, or, like, what'll happen there.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when the Double Fine thing comes out. Because it's coming out this fall, right? Because I did donate to that one, so hopefully it's good. Because I did like what they did on their downloadable stuff, so
yeah.
Here's hoping it's good.
Yeah, it's funny that you, like, what you said about, like, the whole, like, not knowing who the people are that worked on the game, because I was gonna put it down on, like, this one, like, non-linear, like, strategy RPG game from, like, people that worked at BioWare, but then I looked at the thing, like, who they were, and it's like, it was BioWare Austin, not BioWare, the Canada one. I was like, oh, these aren't Mass Effect people, so I was like, F them. Well, it wasn't like F them, I was just like, I'm not gonna fund this game. So,
F
yeah. Yeah, whatever.
And look at that. I just completed a multiplayer match during the entire conversation. Nice. Alright.
So does anyone else have anything to add to this before we move on? I think I'm going to read my full comment that I put on Facebook, and then, like, that'll just be the end of it, and we'll go back to the news.
So were you just saying, let's say, a one-console future? Was that your entire spiel?
No, gamer.
His entire spiel was about the good shift to digital downloads and being more friendly to the environment and developing costs and all of that.
Thank you, Tiger Fox. Thank you.
Man, I don't know.
Maybe on the plastic and the hard,
going all over
and
the
maybe
place.
and maybe even farther in the future, we can not be all. Let's use Chinese labor that's super cheap to exploit and get these awesome consoles.
Maybe.
Do you want machines to take control of your console manufacturing?
That would work, but then there'd be people out of jobs, so that's a issue.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You gotta think, Tekken.
Hey, I'm just
You don't
saying.
want Skynet to take over and be like, oh, you want your console? Be my human slave.
What?
Skynet, man. Computers take over the world?
I'm in the
I'm just kidding.
Whatever. I'm not gonna read this. Whatever. I'll just. Yeah. Whatever. I'm so over it. Moving on. Come back with this. We're coming back after this with the news. I'm sorry if you did not enjoy that. Just blame me because it's all my idea. Because I was like, oh, never know segment. I'll talk about what I talked about in the pre-show, even though we should have been recording it.
I think you should write a thesis on it and publish it.
Agreed.
Because it's an interesting thought.
Alrighty. So on that note, we'll be back after this with news. Rapper, wee wee, Fuse V, burn so good. Ow. You may be wondering, Tekken WTF, like, where did this come from? But it was a late night, I came home from work, I read that article, but then I saw, like, watch these documentaries, and, like, they're about games, so I'm about to say what they are, so you can, like, watch them if you have Netflix, or you can buy them if they're, like, available to buy. But, like, it got the motor turning, and I connected the dots, and I was like, dudes, our time is, like, almost over, like, console gaming, it could be like gone in an instant. Because dudes back in the day were all like, "Oh man, arcades, it'll never end, so awesome, blah blah blah." Where are the arcades now? Gonzors, that's where. Well, Japan, but they're crazy. So yeah. The ones that
Yeah, they have vending machines filled with used panties. Japan's messed up.
Okay.
It's true. Look it up, man. It's freaking true.
Oh man. So yeah, documentaries on Netflix you should check out to get your brain pumping about gaming and stuff. There's these two by CNBC. Or actually, there's one. It's called Game On, so check that out. There's also this one called Video Games Behind the Fun. That's a History Channel one. It's pretty cool. They're both pretty short. They're like 40 minutes. And then there's these two old school, like 80s era arcade documentaries. Very, very worth checking out. One is called I'm trying to find them on my instant queue. Hold on. One I know it's called Special Winlet. It's about pinball, so that one's pretty cool.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And the other one is called Chasing Ghosts Beyond the Arcade, and basically it's like a
Pac-Man.
It's
Sorry, I'll shut up.
Pac-Man's in it, but so there's like the Time magazine. There's like so basically in that Ottumwa, Iowa, where like the world capital of video games, air quotes. There was like back in the day they had like a Time photo shoot of like all these top arcade players, and it was like they like did it again, but it was like, and like the documentary itself is like it tells like what happened to them between like now and then to like see like come full circle between like what they've been doing. It's pretty cool, so check that out. So yeah, those are like the 4 documentaries, and I'd say the People vs. George Lucas, because there's a bit of overlap there with like the whole gamers are crazy and why are they so word I can't think of right now because
SOA is the name of a boss at the end of one of the operations in Star Wars: The Old Republic. SOA. Awesome. I couldn't help myself. You kept saying SOA.
Yeah, thanks, Starfox.
You're welcome.
So yeah, check those out, and I'll put a link to that article that got me thinking about. Wait! No, it's not the end, but it is the end. No. So yeah.
No, that's not the end. Consoles are very viable. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. The Special Winlet one, that's what it's called. Special Winlet at Pinball Documentary, 2009, 88 minutes. So yeah, check that out. Rise and Fall of Pinball, which is sad, but whatever. So yeah, the news. Does anybody else, or someone say something, I'm talking to her.
Something.
Well, first of all, sad news, BioShock Infinite delayed to, I believe, February of next year from the original October release date. So that's sad. But it's led to speculation that since they're both 2K games, that possibly the way has been cleared for an October release of Grand Theft Auto 5. That's what Pachter believes.
Okay, so your mic is kind of choppy choptical.
Yeah, something's going on. Sorry.
But I will repeat what he said. So you know, BioShock 3 delayed, but luckily since 2K is the publisher of that and GTA 5, there's a slight chance that we might be getting GTA 5 earlier earlier than expected.
Yes.
The only thing I have for this segment is Black Ops 2, and I'm more excited than I thought I would be because, you know, at first I was like, oh, it's just Metal Gear Solid 4 Western version, but now I'm actually like, oh, well, I'm kind of on board with that because, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the single player, they're actually trying something different now. Like, instead of this sort of Hollywood blockbuster style 4-hour thrill ride, it's going to have multiple paths you could take. So they've described it as sort of a choose your own adventure.
I think I think the thing is like not just that it has multiple paths, but that it has like replayability for the first time instead of just being like, all right, here's your 4 to 5 hour experience, like you said. It's just like you can play through it, but you can go through it again to see what other things will affect the outcome of the storyline.
Yep. So I'm excited about that.
There remains to be seen how like in depth that is. Like Trioptical has become one of the Geth.
Yeah, we'll see. Because they're all talking right now. It's like, ooh, who knows if that talk will be actually pretty good. I do like the did you hear about these? Like, there's just like these other missions where if you fail, you fail for good.
Yeah.
But then, of course, then there's the option: do you still want to replay it and not go on with the storyline as if it wasn't completed or something? So that was kind of a cop out.
I did not hear about that part.
Yeah, Chopper's back and clear. No longer a robot.
Yay!
He's no longer one of the Geth collective.
That's why I turn into robots sometimes.
Okay, so he's half Geth collective.
And then a cool announcement for Starhawk players. All the map packs coming out in the future are going to be free. Because they don't
That's
want
how it should be.
Amen.
Exactly. They don't want to divide their multiplayer audience. So.
I know. That's fantastic.
Great stuff. That's all I can remember.
Okay, going back to Black Ops 2, does anybody else besides me have like did anybody else have like the initial reaction of, oh, this is like Metal Gear Solid 4, but not at all?
Kind of. Like with all the drones flying around.
I don't know. It just felt very
I don't think it was Metal Gears, because Metal Gear was more like organic and machine come together type of thing, where you had those like weird
the whole
things.
But I guess like the whole
it was more like having chips installed to soldiers. That was Metal Gear.
Yeah.
This one is just like, we're just taking the drones, and then because we're not making them, we don't have control. That's the type of story they're trying to produce.
Okay, well, I'll give you the nanomachines part. That's like completely not in it, but like
you never know. We might have nanomachines in the story. Who knows?
I hope not. That would be insane. But it's like, just like the whole Sons of the Patriot system, like the whole like how Liquid Ocelot got control, and then it's all over. That's basically what it felt like from the trailer. It was like, they have control of the drones, which is like a whole military, and we can't control it because it's all remote controlled. So hackers got it now. So yeah. That's like the one part of me, or the one part that, and like the whole woods in it, and then it's like he's kind of like
I can't believe he's still alive. Damn.
I know. It's like
that's crazy.
It was like Old Snake came back and he was like, war's changed.
Oh my god! It'll be hilarious if you get a mission with him as old Woods, and he breaks out of the mental institution, and he's wearing a bandana. Remember, he wears a bandana in the Black Ops. That'll be hilarious. But it's funny, you play as Mason's kid and Woods' kid, right? As Woods' son, right? That's the story.
I thought you play as Mason and then his kid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But that seems like a cool thing too.
But
because like the other one like angry thing that makes me about like Call of Duty is like how they switch around characters so much, because you don't like when people die, it doesn't really feel as dramatic because you play as so many different characters that you don't get attached to like any of them. So the fact that it's like at least like within the same family tree or line is like good, as opposed to just jumping around to, now I'm this dude, now I'm that dude, now I'm this dude.
Yeah. And hopefully the presentation will be better, rather than having have a map and then having like people talking over the map, that type of stuff. I really dislike that.
The cheap way.
Yeah. But yeah, should be okay. I don't like this Call of Duty every year though. It's kind of grating.
Yeah, that's like, I'm still like 100. I'm not 100% on like pre-ordering, but I'm like, there's bonuses already at GameStop. Yeah, put money down. So yeah, I'll probably break and pre-order it. So
I broke already.
like, well, it's only $60. So.
No, it's the only other game coming in November.
Everybody's afraid.
That we know of.
I think it'll be stupid to release something in November. Unless you're not trying to go for after the COD crowd.
When is the Assassin's Creed 3?
October.
Oh. Yeah,
It's only Halo 4 and Call of Duty for now.
I guess everybody's trying to get in before it comes out then.
Yeah.
If you're after it, you're just going to get steamrolled. But, back to news, ...
Yeah, no, that's really all I can think of. E3 is coming soon, so it's kind of died down, but not really. But yeah, no, we'll save it up for when we're prepared. Speaking of E3, should have our pre-E3 show in about 2 weeks. And then, yeah, expect bigger and better stuff. And if you don't mind, I'm just going to start signing out now. So check us out at aimlesspodcast.com. We're also on YouTube, where all the previews are going to be for different shows. And now we have 15-plus minute accounts, so we can do other things that Tekken is thinking of. Yeah, the Facebook page, where occasionally you'll hear stuff from us and ask you questions. Apparently, no one is into the PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale thing. It's just sort of well, I guess it's the way it looks. It looks exactly like.
Actually, we didn't talk about God of War, did we? The whole multiplayer thing?
I guess we didn't.
Because last episode we talked about it at the end during the post show, but we didn't talk about it at all.
That it was a God of War game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has multiplayer.
It looks good. Do you think the violence is too far though? That was the one thing that got caught on.
What thing?
The violence, is it going too far?
In God of War?
Yeah, did you see the footage?
Yeah. Well, which
of
part?
the Cyclops getting his jaw ripped in half?
Oh. Nah, it's pretty par for the course, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, check us out, stay tuned, and yeah, good times. Mew.
Gamer, I think Tiger Fox is gone.
Oh, I'm out. Watch me on YouTube. I'll put up the debauchery video.
What?
Of me groping the statue. On Datura.
Ah, yes. Excellent.
Alright, since Tiger Fox isn't here, goodbye for Tiger Fox, and until... Oh, you can fight like a Krogan, run like a leopard, but you'll never be better than Commander Shepard.
You going through puberty again?
No, I need a drink. Oh. But Tiger Fox, sign off, and then I will sign off.
Oh, see you guys.
So yeah, I already said the Commander Shepard thing. F the haters. Next time I'll have a list, because I've built up a whole, like, angerness that I need to get out. But yeah, not gonna do right now. Besides that, just like Optimus Prime, I may be black on the outside, but I'm not about on the inside. Until next week, we're gonna transform and roll out. Ow! Repetitive, wee, peace, be so good. Ow!
Just another quiet day.